Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Elias and welcome back to Sky Factory 2.5. In the last episode, we were working on some draconic stuff and we made the draconic chest and did some other random things, I believe. I don't know, it's been a little bit since I've recorded, so I don't quite remember exactly what we did, but one thing that I know we did was we worked on trying to get the Wither a little bit more automated. And that is what we're going to continue today. As you can see, I've cleaned up the chicken farm, the old chicken farm that we had a long time ago. Killed all the chickens. Don't need them anymore. And one other thing we did was we made a whole bunch of knowledge fragments. In fact, all that we needed. This is the last stack that I need to consume for the achievement of eating 2048. Now, this was pretty much just me holding right click. I actually have a system to set things up on my mouse so that it holds right click, but that is all 2048 knowledge fragments consumed. So with that taken care of, that is one of the hardest parts of the whole Thaumcraft stuff. So we're going to continue working on some other things today. Now I haven't done much work in the reactor itself. Other than getting this part set up, I'm going to continue working on that. I've got another 1,400 things left. Let's see, Yellorium fuel rods. I've got 800 crafted, and it's crafting another 500. So yeah, about 1,400 is what it should be. And yeah, that's going to make a little bit of a dent, but not much. We need to do a lot more work with this guy. So I'll be working on that in the background. Something else we went ahead and crafted was another tier 5 solar panel. So we're going to hook this guy up right here and let that get going to charge up my batteries because, well, we kind of messed up and we put the Ender Quarry Speed Upgrade 3 on it and it drained all of our power very quickly. So we need more power. How much are we currently? So there's 2,000. These guys give like 5,000, so that's 7,000. And then that basically doubles it. So we're at like 14,000. Alright, so I've already have us producing 10k. So we need to produce a lot more power, but that is not what we're going to work on today. What we're going to work on is automating the Wither. So in order to do that, we're going to set up a little bit of an area. Before we do any of that, I want to set up some auto crafting for tesseracts. So tesseracts are always useful, but they're a little bit of a pain to make. So this is the first thing. We need some hardened glass. The system does already know how to make that, so and it's making things in the background because of all the stuff. I need to add more crafting CPUs and all that kind of fun stuff. So we'll encode that, and there's our tesseract. So that just goes into one of these guys. And then if we want to fill it, we're going to have to put this in a processing pattern with, I believe, it needs 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll just get this set up down here. So presumably if I put 1, 2, 3, 4, those in there, it should automatically do its thing, and that should go back into the system. It'll take a moment, but it'll work. So can we make some more crafting coprocessors and processors units? So crafting coprocessor, there's a 4K. Can we make like 6 of these? Just let that get started. So tesseract, there is our filled tesseract frame. We put that there, encode it, and that goes with these guys. And then what we need to do is the last part, which is another crafting. To get the actual tesseract, we need to combine it with some silver and bronze, and that is nice and easy. Now I just need a tesseract for now, so that we can start working on getting some more things taken care of. With automating the Withers. So with that taken care of, we can get into the actual kind of meat of the issue, which is actually placing the Wither. So as we saw last time with the dislocation pedestal and all that kind of fun stuff, it's really easy to get, with these two things, it's really easy to transport things, including the Wither, which will naturally fall. So if we summon him in midair, like right here, he'll fall and go over there. So all we need to do is set up something like this. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So something like this will be good enough. And I think what I might do, because light is going to be a little bit of an issue, what we can do is we can go ahead and come over here and get some glowstone. And it doesn't really matter because, well, we're actually going to break... I messed up. I want to break this guy because this is where the pedestal is going to be. And we can put right here the piece of glowstone. And that'll light things up nice and bright. So this guy goes right here. And then when we're ready for it, we can put the portal there. Shouldn't be a problem. So we just need to build this area up a little bit. We could probably make it smaller, but I'm going to do a 5x5 just to be a little bit safe. So I'm going to need a lot more Draconium infused obsidian. But we're going to summon the Wither on this side. So let's just go ahead and do something like this. And we'll get more obsidian here soon, but we need to come up with a way. So basically, in order to summon the Wither, we need to place, what is it, 7 blocks in a pattern like so. And these have to be soul sand. So these 4 have to be soul sand, and those are the Wither skulls themselves. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, just slightly, to get that to work how I want it. And in order to do that, we're going to need, first of all, we're going to need block placers. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to use the open blocks block placers. So we're going to need 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 3 more pistons. Oh, come on. Come on. Using great wood planks, that's fine, it's whatever. What is it crafting currently? Oh, it's making all of those. And I only have 2 CPUs, so that's the problem. We can make 2 of these at some point. That's gonna also help, but I guess we'll just make these the normal old-fashioned way. So do that. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. So there is all the block placers, and we're going to want item conduits. We're also going to want redstone conduits. These guys. Actually, do we want the insulated? How do we get these anyways? Not too bad. So can we get more of the insulated redstone conduits? Because I don't necessarily want, we need more redstone alloy, which is this, and silicon. And, oh wow. Doing a lot of work, getting a lot of things done. So that should be good to get the redstone alloy. And let's see, what else are we going to need? We're going to need the conduit binder, which I guess we'll just craft ourselves. Let's get like 24 of that, and we can just come over here, throw it in here, and it'll work just fine. So just trying to get plenty of things taken care of all at once is not that fun. Let's sleep so we can get a lot more power generation coming from our solar panels. And how are we doing on power? It is pretty quickly filling up, so that's good. That's what I want to see. Everything crafting fine. Oh, that's almost done. Awesome. So then once that's done, we'll tell it to go ahead and start making some other things. But we should have a decent amount of conduit binder now, and we should have a decent amount of redstone alloy. So we'll get that and that taken care of, and let's make like a little bit. And then we're going to want a chest just to kind of get things in there. And eventually, I don't know, we're going to throw our applied logistics system over here eventually, but I don't know when. So something we can do, by the way, is, where do we want, if I put the Tesseract just literally right here, I don't need you, and this guy can be picked up as well, and we just set this to main power. It's going to be sending items and receiving energy, so that should work for this guy, presumably, and we'll find out soon enough. So the Tesseract will help with all of that, and we can just come over here. I need to clean up my inventory just a bit. Don't need energy. Actually, I want one of those chests, because like I said, we're going to eventually have this set up so that we can get the applied logistics system set up to it. So what we'll want is, we're going to want block placers, and I believe we'll want something like this. I'm trying to fly and hold shift, a lot of things all at once. So these guys should, alright, so I'm gonna be honest, I am working on this completely and utterly. These guys have an inventory, yes, completely and utterly kind of on the fly. So apologies if I don't know exactly what I'm doing, because I'm working on the system as we go. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna wait to put the dislocation until I'm ready to test it, and we're just gonna put a chest like right here, and some item conduits to all of these guys. And then we can set this extract always active, and then these guys are all going to be insert. So here is the issue, and this is a slight issue, but not the easiest to fix. So we have all these guys, and we're going to need to do one of two things. We're going to need to do two things, actually. So let's just get, I just want to kind of demonstrate a little bit. Do we have any clocks? No. Or timers. We could make timers. Let's actually make 2 timers, because I think we're going to want that. Or no, we're going to want a timer and like a repeater. But not that type of repeater. We're going to want like, is there a delay? No. There is a fancier repeater from Red Logic. So we'll try these guys. So essentially what we can do is, if I put cobblestone in here, let's get 7 cobblestone, that will get put into these guys. And here's the thing, it all goes into 1. So we need to, first of all, round robin enabled. So that should put 1 in each, right? No. Alright, so as you see, that's the first problem. The second problem is these guys will only ever activate. I always do that. Don't shift click. They'll only ever activate on a timer. So we'll have to set this up like so. And then if we put a block in here, I think we need to make this a little bit different and strong signal. So it should. Why isn't it working at all? Do these not work? In, out. Alright, I have to change it to in, out, I guess. But as you can see, we put blocks and it needs a redstone signal. Now the problem with that is we have a bunch of things that are going to need redstone signals. So we need to do a little bit of redstone fanciness. And that's why I did the insulated, because what we can do is we can change the color. And it only goes to the color that it corresponds to. So we'll need a little bit more. And we'll have to make sure it works and all that kind of fun stuff. But I think what I want to do is actually break that. We're going to bring this back a little bit farther and have something like this, so that we can put the repeater here. And we're going to set this for, and then we have the timer here, which we're going to set for like, we'll have to figure out some, I probably should get a comparator and see if there's blocks in these, and then that would be too much hassle. Let's do every like 5 seconds. But I want to go grab a stick so that we can make a lever to turn it off and on, so we don't have to worry about it being on all the time. So I'm sure there's things we could do to make it a little bit more fancy. But this is kind of my idea of how to delay all of this. So let's just turn this off for. Does it need to? There we go. Has to be there. We hit this, and this. Alright, so this guy is going to be green. And we're going to tell a strong signal and all that. And then this guy will be red. And then we need to I need a screwdriver, don't I? I shouldn't. I saw flux flew. Screwdriver. We have one. Cool. So I think I need this guy to change the repeater settings. I think. I could be wrong. No, he rotates. So then how do I change the repeater settings? So left click, shift right click. Alright, so we want a delay of like 32. I think. Cause we'll finagle with it. So basically this was working on the redstone. Strong signal in, out, red. So strong signal in, out. Strong signal in, out, and then strong signal in, out, red, and then these guys will be strong signal in, out, green. So the idea is we're going to use that repeater to send a different signal to activate these at a different time. So let's go ahead and we're just going to, for sake of demonstration, we're just gonna put a single block in all of these guys, and let's see if this works how I want it to. So after 5 seconds it will summon a wither. I don't think that was good enough. I think we needed a little bit slower. So let's see. Let's turn this off because I want a very distinct difference. So let's do 128 ticks. That might be a little bit better, because the problem is the Wither Skeleton Skulls will not place on empty air. They need a block underneath for them to place. So we need to make sure that the soul sand gets placed out before. That still doesn't look good. Alright, so let's just put a torch here. I don't know that this repeater is good enough. So let's turn this off, and we'll see what else we can get. Otherwise, we could get a sequencer from this mod. Why am I blanking on what this mod is called? RF Tools. Sequencers from RF Tools would work, but let's see if there's anything from Red Logic that would help. Timer, counter, sequencer, pulse former, buffer gate. That might. A lot of gates. Otherwise, non-invert, invert, null cell. Yeah, most of those won't work. But what we could probably do, I'm trying to think off of like because these repeaters just aren't good enough. It's not enough of a delay. Because let's get the zombie skulls, because that'll be a good demonstration. And let's try it to see if it works. Because to kind of show off, if we have no repeater here, or we'll put a repeater here with the smallest interval. So if we take these guys, and this will be our pseudo wither. So if we activate it now, I don't think it will place the skulls, which is bad, because then it doesn't work. Oh, it does that, which is not good. That's not what we want. So let's just let's turn this off again, because we need them to be placed on the actual thing. So angry zombies, if we delay this to the maximum, is that even close to being enough? That's the question. So if this works, then we can... Nope, doesn't work. We need something else. So if the repeater doesn't work, what is this buffer? Buffer gate? I have no idea what this is. So it looks like there's an in. No idea. So something else we could try. We could use another timer. We could take another timer, and we can take a inverter, an invert cell, which is pretty easy. Actually, there might be a not gate. So let's see if this will work a little bit easier, a little bit better. So we'll break these guys, and what we can have is, I don't think this will work. A timer. Why is it activating those three? That won't work unless we move it. The redstone is going to be tricky. Sequencers might be the best, but otherwise we could we need to synchronize 2 timers. Is the other plan, where they both activate at the same time, but I don't know. That is the struggle. The other problem is getting the items where they need to go. So that is a little bit easier. We're just gonna need some filters, and we need more filters than that. I don't think we need the advance. Chargeable item filters. So what all? It doesn't say. We're gonna need paper times like 20-ish. So we'll get a bunch of paper. And we'll get this taken care of. So there's 1. We need more hoppers, because we're gonna need 7 in total. 3, 5, and then there's 4, 5, 6, and we need 4 more paper. And hopefully this will be enough to get us what we need. So we're gonna need the filters. We're gonna need soul sand, and we're going to need wither skulls. Now, we don't have that many at this point, but that's fine. The most important thing is getting these to where they need to go. So put a filter here, whitelist soul sand. Filter here, whitelist soul sand. Filter here, whitelist soul sand, and so forth. So this part is easy enough. And then wither skulls up here. Now there is going to be a little bit of trickiness if it doesn't just round robin them like I want them to. Then we'll have to figure out a way to get the items to where it needs to go. So if I put 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Did it work? It put them all here. Why? Why did it put the... Oh, I know why. I need the downgrade. I need the conduit item downgrade. That will help, because it probably put all 3 of the skulls in the middle one. Yep. So what's happening? Okay, this part I can actually understand. So let's see if this will work. Before I explain what I think is happening. Also, let's pop these guys out. And we're going to make 10 of those. So we need the downgrade. Can we craft that pretty easily? Yes. Reduces speed to 1 item per extraction. So what is happening, and this I think is going to be the best way to do it. If we put this guy in here, and now if we put those in there, so it will only extract 1 at a time, so it should place. Cool, that is solved. So you know what, let's take out the cobblestone, and let's go for broke. Let's go ahead and put in here the bound charm that we made last time, and there's the portal. Let's put the repeater to the max, and we'll put this here and activate that and do all of this stuff again. So strong signal red. All right, I wanna kind of secure this a little bit more. So let's go get some more obsidian. That shouldn't be too bad to make at this point. So obsidian, can we make like 100 of it? We're missing blaze. All right, can we make like 40? We're still missing blaze essence. So let's see. Oh, because it's making these guys constantly because it's trying to generate more power. Okay, so if we want to get that taken care of, what were we trying to make again? I've already forgotten. Oh, the obsidian. Let's go ahead and just kind of briefly, let's go ahead and disconnect this. That'll help a little bit. Also, we can go ahead and grab the rest of the redstone alloy, all of this stuff, and let's see, all of our conduit binder over there. And basically just let the system get a little bit more blaze. So that should go relatively quickly. Something else we can do, by the way, is we have a bunch of legendary loot bags. Let's go ahead and open a bunch of these, because why not, you know? So we have 22 of them. Let's just fill up our inventory and put them all in here. And if we get anything good, we got some Enderium, we got some Bedrockium, we got some Octadic capacitors. That's nice. I can put those right in here so that we can start working on getting... Oh, there's so much stuff left to do in this series. Bunch of food. That's actually probably the nicest thing. Alright, so we have more? We do. So let's just get all of them, and we'll try to fill this up best we can. And let's take diamond boots and all this kind of stuff. We can actually just grind up into actual diamonds. We're going to need a lot of diamonds later, but for now we don't really need to worry about it too much. And there's a golden apple. Cool. So another Octadic capacitor. That is fine by me. So how are we doing on blaze rods now? We should have enough to get at least some obsidian. Can we get like 30? We certainly can. So there's half a stack. I just want to secure this a little bit more so that it doesn't just completely and utterly destroy my base. And otherwise we'll have to figure out a way to deal with getting all of the things we want out of the system, but getting it automated to like the actual wither, like being able to either tell the system to keep so many nether stars in the system, or whether to automate the process of telling the system how to make nether stars. Whichever one we decide to do at the end. I haven't decided that on quite yet. I think I'm going to do the level emitter, which will tell the system to keep, let's say, 20 nether stars in the system at all time. But we need more obsidian. Let's get another... Can we get 50? No. Can we get 40? Yes. Cool. So we get 40. That should be enough to get most of this taken care of. And I'm not going to worry too much about getting this like completely secured, but I just want it mostly secured so that I don't have to worry about the wither just destroying my base, because that's the biggest concern. Alright, we can get rid of that, and we're going to put stuff here and just get this nice and taken care of. Alright, here goes nothing. So let's just turn that on. We're going to fly up here. I don't have my crossbow. Alright, well, it worked. So then the wither should summon in there here in a second. And then he's dead. Now I still need to get item collection taken care of, but I wish there was a good way to get this lit up in here. Alright, so we still need item collection, so let's get that taken care of real quick. And what we can do is just get a vacuum. I actually want to get a vacuum chest, so let's see. There we go. That's easy enough. Put all this stuff in here. And let's let's see, we'll put it here. Always active, range 6. So let's just make sure that if we throw a piece of cobblestone down there, it cannot get it because it has to physically touch the item. So vacuum chest is not going to work for this. What are some item collectors? Do we have item collectors in this? There is the item collector from that. I don't know if that'll work. Otherwise, we could. You know, let's try doing this. We'll try it for just a test to see if it works. So we'll put the vacuum chest there. We'll get the draconium, and I'm just gonna leave that like that. We'll put that, fill it in, and let's go ahead and get another 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Make sure it works properly. We'll turn that on. So we should see here in a second a wither summoned, teleported, and the only thing I'm worried about is, will that get destroyed? If that gets destroyed, then that's an issue. If not, then we don't have to worry. It got destroyed. Alright, so what's something else that we could try? A vacuum hopper. I don't know that this would work either. Most of these things aren't that expensive anymore, so it doesn't really matter too much. But we can put this here. That'll collect all that plus the experience. Okay, it doesn't actually collect everything, so it's not good. Not good enough. We need something to collect items. That's the only thing left. And torches are not going to work in here. Alright, so you know what? I think that's good enough for today. We'll kinda I'm gonna kinda optimize this a little bit better. Figure out how I want to do. I think I'm gonna do a level emitter and then an import chest type thing. And how I can do a level emitter is I can put a redstone signal here and tell it to turn off whenever there is whenever there's so many. And then just have a move this chest over a little bit, I think, and I'll rework this just a little bit, just to get the automation a little bit better. I just need to figure out item collection and if there's any indestructible lights. What all is witherproof? Do we have any We have witherproof glass, which we could make. Witherproof blocks. I wouldn't actually mind some weatherproof glass. That'd be kind of cool. So can we make a little bit of that? I just want to see what it looks like. We just need some glass. So let's get 4 glass. And we'll throw this stuff in here. So what we can do is I'll probably make a 3x3 right here-ish. That's gonna take forever, but we can at least see. That's kind of cool. Breaks pretty quickly. Awesome. So I'm gonna make the rest of this, fill it up, and all that kind of fun stuff. Now, one last thing before we leave, before we end the episode, I want to kind of show off that I wanted to make. So I have these ME storage. I want to see 64K. Can we get a 64K? We're going to need, what, 2 engineering processors? That'll take all of like 2 seconds because it's a pretty easy. There is no inscribers in this mod pack. Actually, we're going to need more than that, but there is a 16. There's a 16. And there's a 16. And then there is almost a 64. We just need more quartz glass. So let's get like 100 of that, because why not? That'll take a second to craft. But there we go. There is a 64K. And then we get our housing our crafting. Get these guys and get one of these, and we just combine these and we'll get a nice pretty 64K storage. So this will allow us to do even more stuff, and then I'm just going to put it right here, and I will probably upgrade the rest between episodes as well. And then I have this guy, so we'll just do that. And now we have a 64K crafting storage, which means a lot more crafting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these guys. I'm going to get those taken care of once I get basically a couple more of these guys. So what I can do is we can tell the system how to make these if I have a processor. And we just do that. We'll craft one so that we can do this and tell it to make 64Ks. So now I can make 64K housings, or the circuits. So I can make, we're going to need 3 of these. And it's going to require a lot. What are we missing? We're missing redstone. Wow. Takes a lot of redstone. But that's fine. We'll get there. I think one of the next things we'll want to probably look at is getting a redstone. How do we want to do ore or blocks? Blocks of redstone are 6,000 RF per tick. That's not too bad, and that would be pretty easy. Otherwise, redstone ore is 4,000. Yeah, I think just getting redstone blocks. We'll do a world of redstone blocks next episode and get that taken care of. So I'm going to end the episode off here. I'm going to fiddle with the wither spawning and all that kind of stuff and decide how I want that, and probably run some cables over there as well. And next time we will get into some more fun stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!